purchasing is obviously going to be the purchase order, which is what everything else revolves around. I can just start off by looking at an existing purchasing order here and see what it's all about. You can be able to see that this one is fully paid. These are the products that went in. You can see the quantity that was requested, quantity that was delivered. This is an ongoing one, so you can still be able to take deliveries with this one. The quantity that were returned, you can see the amount that was paid to the supplier, none at this particular point in time. You can see the deliveries, and there are no returns, there are no replacements, and you can be able to make payment to this particular supplier. So let me go back to the PO and let's create one especially for ourselves. And to do that, you just select a supplier. I'm going to select this Kamau supplier guy here, and that goes into draft directly. And to open it, you just double click on the row, double tap on that, and then I'm going to pick something from the store. I'm going to pick our MikroTik HQ, and the ETAs, you can just ignore those ones, especially if you're just filling it in for the purposes of getting it into the inventory, but you could be able to record that as well if you wanted. So I'm going to just put 2 items, and the unit cost, this is what you're buying. This is what you're going to pay the supplier. This is not what is going to appear in the invoice if you happen to attach the device. This is just what you have bought it for and what you're going to pay the supplier. So let me leave it at that amount. I'm going to just put 2 of them, and I'm going to mark this one as ongoing. I won't add anything else. So you're being told put in the password, and you're being told that this is an irreversible change. Let me see if maybe I got it right this time. Good. So let me just refresh this just so that I'm sure that I'm dealing with the correct state of the document. Something I'd highly encourage. The auto refresh works, but I like to refresh the actual page to confirm that indeed all the elements have actually loaded the way they are supposed to. Good. So you can be able to see that there's no VAT in this one. Actuals, factoring, delivery, returns, and replacements. So the amount due is going to factor all these things. It's going to factor whatever it is that you see. There's nothing due because you haven't received anything yet. So this is just a PO in waiting. Let's just proceed by taking in the deliveries. I'm going to click on that, and this is going to be different. If it's general stock taking type item that you just added to your PO, it's going to provide you with a quantity aspect. You're going to say how many quantities did you receive. But if it is a singular stock taking, it's going to force you to stock take individual items. Take delivery. Remember, we say the delivery is also the stock taking in our system. So I'm just going to come up with a random, let me call it run 1, because I've got 2 items. I'm going to say run 1 is my serial number. I can put in the invoice number of the supplier, the one that was used to deliver this. The person that delivered it, let's say it was delivered by another John Doe, and when it was delivered, it's going to pick today's date, and I'm going to take delivery. You can just do enter. Enter can also work. So obviously in a barcode setup, you probably just be doing enter, which I've just done. So that also works, and you can take in as many of those items as you'd like up until you cannot be able to take any more because you've met your maximum. As you can see, I cannot even click here again. So, and would I have submitted on the existing form, it will have refused. And it says that the status here is delivered. And as you can see, I will not come back to check on every item, but you can see that the amount due was updated on what is actually eligible for payment for that particular supplier. But what happened in our stock sheet? Let's go to our stock sheet and see whether we have some changes that came about from that particular stock taking or delivery event. You remember we had a couple of items here. I don't know whether they came here. This one is not the one. This one is for Garissa. You have to pay attention to the warehouse before you start opening up these particular items. So it's lying to me. It's telling me HQ, but it's not HQ. The one for the main, where is it? Okay, the best way to find it is actually just to come down here and look for serial numbers here, and we found them. So let's open it and see our 2 items where they are. I can see run 1, run 2 is here. So they've been both been entered in stock in the HQ. All stock lands in the HQ, and from there you can transfer it to wherever it is that you'd want. Do we have something from purchase order? Let me see. Yeah, actually this one was actually working. The movement was working. The order was just upside down. You can see there is a stock transfer that we actually did today. We did that action by Bilasha. We transferred out into a different allocation, and you can be able to also see that the entry was deleted from the origin. Remember the one that you transferred to Garissa, so that one was deleted from the origin. And it can also show you here that we have done a purchase order back to our stock order. Good, so we're here. So we should be able to at least make some payment to this supplier, and here you are free to do what you wish. You can record whatever payment method that was utilized and you post, and once you post that, I believe we can be able to find that transaction, go to the vendors and suppliers and open that particular vendor. So recent deliveries, you can see there's 2 here that we just did today, and it's actually opening the PO again. Let me go back. Good. So I want to look at payments. Yeah, we made a payment to him again. We do have an order issue there as well. So the payment was recorded successfully. That's about it in terms of what you can be able to accomplish in vendors and suppliers and their relationship with, you know, the RFQs, starting from the master RFQs, which I said could be a bit too much for some people. So you could just work with the POs directly. But of course, looking at the stock order, that is very important to be able to see what is actually being requested, what is missing. We've been able to take deliveries, and you can be able to also execute returns in a similar manner. The returns, so in the same way that you took the stock, the delivery, you could come here, click on returns. How many items are you returning? I'm returning 1. Click on it, and then you could proceed to, you know, mark the reason for the return. Is it damage? Is it defective? If you've got any cost you want to specify, so we can be able to deduct that from what you expect to pay the supplier. Then you just put in whatever serial number, and then you can be able to mark that item as a return, or rather take that return. That will be all. Shipping costs, so I can just put shipping costs as 0 and take that return of that item, and then it should be able to come out of the store. And also it will be able to amend the calculation. If we go to the stock, we should find that item marked as returned. Is it the one I was putting? Yes, should be able to at least have that updated properly. Let me just refresh this, confirm that we have it marked as returned. Yes, it was returned. What if you wanted to return the other one? So let's refresh this. So that was 1, rand 1. Let's try and return the other one as well, so that we return both of them. That one was defective, rand 2. Cost here 0. Done that one as well. Refresh here and see that one marks it. This one is in stock as well. You have to update it. I updated the other one actually. You have to go in and update that. Perhaps there's a connection there that we actually need to work on to make it a little bit more fine-tuned. Probably by the time you're watching this, that one will be taken care of. Let's see whether we have the returns. As you can see, the returns are here. Comment defective, total of the returns that. So if there are replacements to that effect, then they will document those ones here in a similar manner and proceed to take the replacements. Yeah, so I think that's about it for the purchasing. The other items in regards to that are things you can be able to explore, changing the VAT, the percentage, so on and so forth. So we'll go to the next module, which is networking. We'll cover that in the next